Today was a lot of teaching. Slower day to day, slowed it down. We got our zone work in, offense and defense, and did some in the game stuff to reiterate that theme. So today was a little bit of up and down transition defense, but mostly teaching more than anything else.
Talked about Amir a little bit yesterday, and more importantly than I guess ever in his career, he's got to be as close to 100% as possible in April and May. Do you guys have to do anything as a coaching staff differently this year to help keep him fresh, to help preserve him?
It's the NBA, and again, Amir's notoriously, he's our glue guy, but we know who he is, and again, we got Pat and Tyler. If he's fatigued, we got somebody to go in for him, but again, we'll watch his minutes, and again, nobody's playing minutes, that big of minutes at that position to really be overly taxed or anything energy-wise or keep him fresh. Two guys that we have to watch minute-wise is Kyle and DeMar, but everybody else are going to be playing, minutes that they can handle and minutes that they can absorb as far as energy is concerned.
Can he be doing anything differently this year in terms of keeping
his behind off? Playing his behind off, that's all he's got to do. If he, Amir has got to, if he doesn't play with energy or if he tries to pace himself, that doesn't help him and doesn't help us. And he's an old pro and he knows how to play. I'm not really concerned about him wearing down, and he's just got to stay healthy more so than anything else, more than energy, I think, Josh.
We started to see more consistency from Terrence in terms of his approach day to day.
Yeah, Terrence is much better. His approach, focus is better. Again, being here a few years in a row now, he's kind of, things becoming an old hat to him. That's helped his focus. He's not out there thinking instead of playing. That's helped him some. But again, he's got to continue to grow in that area. But he's much better than where he was.
It's one thing to face, Boston, Oklahoma City. What's it like taking on a European team in preseason?
Well, it's a good test for us because they play a different style, mostly 4 out and 1 in, really spread the floor, and a lot like 4 guards out there on the floor. So it's going to be a challenge for our, power for Amir and Tyler and our big forwards to get out there and guard some of those guys off the bounce, off the dribble, getting back in transition, which we worked on today. So it'll be a challenge for us. So they play faster, up and down more so than we're used to, and a tremendous amount of pick and rolls, a lot like what San Antonio did with 4 ball handlers with the ability to run a pick and roll, which is a little different than what you see in the NBA.
You mentioned Tyler Hansbrough. I haven't asked you much about him. What have you seen from him the early part of camp and so far?
Tyler has played well, and you don't see it as far as the box goes, as far as points, but his spacing, his rolling, his screening, all the little nuances that, he wanted to improve on, we wanted him to improve on, has gotten better. He's got the summer 3 going. He's worked his behind off on that. But again, he's got the same energy. He's a lot like Amir. He's got to bring the energy, the rebound, and the tenacity and the paint is going to be his role with our team more than anything else.
Talked a lot about JV having to sort of get more used to the North American style. And did he do enough in the offseason playing? You said maybe some 2-on-2 would be good for him, that sort of thing.
I thought he did. He played in Los Angeles before he went to Europe. You never can, one summer's not enough. He needs to continue to do it. He needs to continue to work with Hakeem or whoever in the summer. He needs to continue to play pick-up basketball where it's not as organized, or you really have to anticipate against quicker athletes, maybe smaller athletes. So it's a work in progress for him.